It's a fine sunny day here, bright and hot, just what we needed. Track is hard and the going is good as the penetrometer reading says 3.6 centimeters. Now today is the Bangalore Oaks. Oh my god, I'm super thrilled for this. We have Trevor Patel, Suraj Naredu, PS Chauhan and other talented jockeys riding for us today. Fingers crossed, I hope the best one wins.
They come towards the home straight and begin to negotiate the bend, and it's now still the leader for being chased all the time by Aherne as the birds scatter out at the 500 meter mark. Then comes Ocean Dunes is the one which is running third at the stage. Even more wide on the outside is Raven Rock starting to bridge the gap on the outside, but inside the final 300 meters, and it's still Srinath the leader by about half in front. The one which is challenging up strongly on the outside is Aherne, but drifting out of the straight course. But in the center of the track, it's Aherne on the outside, goes ahead almost about a length and a quarter two, and now striding clear to 2.25 from the late finishing Capricorn, who comes and finishes on second ahead of Raven Rock. Then we have Stonehouse finishing on fourth. Behind them comes the next two.
He's a very nervous horse. I'm happy the way he ran today and won. Hopefully he runs better races now onwards. I'm sure he's going to go long distance. He's going to stay.
I saw that you went wide after coming in the straight. Take us through the race.
Yeah, actually trainer told me to take one off a wide, but unfortunately my horse took more wider. And then I was just guiding him with hands, and his trainer told me to not to whip the horse much. So he told me if you do that, horse will give your best. So I just follow the instructions and give the best.
Behind at this stage is Niche Cannabis as they make their way towards the final 500 meters. Lightning Flame, about half to the better of Secret of Life, is moving nicely in the center of the racetrack. In behind that we have Sodashi. Further back in the field is Acaster. Approaching the final 300 meters, it continues to be Secret of Life, and here comes the first timer Princess Gloria with a big run in the center of the racetrack. In behind that we have My Vision. Approaching the final 100 yards, it continues to be Secret of Life from Princess Gloria. Secret of Life, Princess Gloria. Secret of Life, Princess Gloria. Princess Gloria and Secret of Life. Could be a close call. In behind that is My Vision.
That was a tight finish. Well done with Princess Gloria. How confident were you about the win?
She's a good filly, so she had to show it today. She's won, but I would have preferred a larger verdict. I thought she was a nice filly, and unfortunately for the majority part of her career, she was not right. She's just coming right, and look forward to having her race more often for me. It's her first run of her life, so there's scope for improvement, and let's take it from here.
She have a lot of class on her because she is a well-staying bloodline horse. She came up slowly to the hand, and she is born to stay. She has to race. That's why we run him on the 1800 meters, and she proved she can stay.
Behind that we have Recall of You. Harmonia is holding the fence. Caesar's Palace comes in next. In behind that we have Silver Dew. On the outside is Wings of Desire. They've got 2.5 furlongs to travel. It's Skaffenberg about half a length to the better of Recall of You, is moving impressively. Further behind the field we have Harmonia. Further back in the field there is Grey Channel. Approaching the final 200 meters, it's Recall of You who's out in front, about 2 lengths to the better of Silver Dew, finishing fast on the outside. In between horses there is Harmonia. Approaching the final 50 yards, it's Recall of You about 3 lengths in front of Silver Dew, finishes second.
behind is Bellator, and running last at this stage as they begin to negotiate the bend and straighten up for the final run, and is She's My Script. They are homeward bound, little over 400 to travel in the running of this New Year's Cup Grade 3, and it's Watch My Stars, still the leader, now being challenged on the outside by Bellator. It's going to be Bellator on the outside, Watch My Stars towards the rails, but Bellator has the upper hand by about a neck up in front. Watch My Stars towards the rail side, and She's My Script is starting to make a run on the centre of the track, but it is Bellator by about a length and a quarter, and it's going to win the New Year's Cup Grade 3.
So see, basically it was a terms race where the terms was favourable for She's My Script, and you know, at the end of the day it's all about mathematics. But horses fool us all the time, and I just kept feeling that this horse likes Trevor. So when Nihal asked me in the morning, I told him I think we'll beat him, because I think Bellator likes Trevor and Trevor likes Bellator. So I was pretty confident that way that he'll probably win the race.
Let's talk about Bellator.
Well, it was a hell of a good performance, because I never thought that he would beat She's My Script. He's really improved nearly 30 points, so that's class and a half. So it's a very good performance, and I think he goes best with Trevor. That's what Sulaiman said, that he will really run a good race with Trevor there. But I still thought that She's My Script would have won this. So it's a hell of a performance.
It was quite simple race, to be honest. The only 4 horses, pace became very fast, so I decided to sit behind. Coming in straight, he responded well and spurted well, and he stayed on.
Running at the 700-meter marker, and its scintillating lash still continues to show out by about 3 lengths in front of Kensington Court. Sensing the urgency on the outside is Eternal Blaze, who's starting to warm up on the outside. Wonderbench poking through in between runners, and in the outside is Alexia, is in that striking position. Eternal Blaze now comes as assumes command from Alicia on the outside. They are vying for supremacy, but Alicia now travels the better, goes ahead by about 3/4 a length, now traveling well from Teresita, who's beginning to creep up on the outside, looking dangerous, but inside the final 150 meters, Teresita on the outside shoots through with Patel Trevor on stride by about half, 3/4, and is now going to win the Bangalore Oaks Grade 2 from Alicia. That's the 1 and 2. Then we have Eternal.
Mr. Tanji Boy is here with us. Congratulations, first of all. That was an amazing win. How confident were you?
Well, it was a filly which we bought. She's only ran 3rd time in her life, and she's never learned. She's just once and once third, and that's a great win. Yeah, absolutely superb. Yeah.
Is the derby on the card?
The derby, always.
Teresita, we took her to Bombay. She ran the 1000 guineas there, and we were thinking of keeping her there. But Mr. Dhanjiboy thought that why break our head with Miracle? She's too good, she's difficult to beat. And what happens is when you come to Bangalore and run the Bangalore Oaks, from the Bangalore Oaks you have an option to go to 3 derbies, the Hyderabad Derby, the Bangalore Derby and the Chennai Derby now. And then the 4th one is the Indian Derby. So I think she's not up to the Indian Derby league, but the Bangalore, Hyderabad and the Chennai Derby are options. So she had some sort of form, her form was strong, she had the strongest form in the race. And a jockey like Trevor doesn't need instructions. So.
Has Qatar done any magic on you?
Not really. To be honest, yes. Yeah, because the level of racing and the riders you're riding with him, automatically your riding changes and everything changes. But to be honest, this filly was traveling right from the jump very well. She was in the rhythm, relaxed, and she did it very smoothly whatever she had to. I never thought I would pass Alicia, but I saw that Alicia started loafing in front, and my filly gave her heart out. And I think she's a very genuine filly, to be honest.
We could see that. Now, Zuccarelli or Teresita?
I think Zuccarelli is still better. Teresita, long way to go. Zuccarelli seen the class, seen the horses, his races completely. Can't compare right now unless Teresita does something magic in some derby.
Abir is prominent in second position. Running a close third at the stage is Windstorm. In between horses is Karanveer. Aherne comes in next. A gap of 5 lengths behind there is Secret Source as they enter into the home stretch and negotiate the curve. They've got 2 furlongs to travel. It's Magalan now overtaken on the outside there by Prince Abir. Prince Abir in the center, ranges up, grabs a narrow lead, opens up a 2 lengths gap to the better of Aherne in the center. In behind that we have Karanveer approaching the final 150 yards. It's Prince Abir still calling the shots about a length to the better of. On the outside there is Karanveer. It's Prince Abir still clear, close to about 2 lengths in front of Karanveer. Prince Abir gets it from Karanveer.
We have Srinath here with us. First win after a long time. How does that feel?
Oh well, it's always nice to come back and ride a winner, and I thought this was my best ride of the day. It was a smallish field, and since he had not much experience, I thought I'd let someone lead him into the straight, and he gets the lead and he gets to see what's happening in front. He ran a good, he put in a good performance in the straight, and he was all the way home all alone.
This was the second race for Prince Abir, right? So how was that experience?
Well, he's had one start before where he finished second, and he's seen the track before. He knows what a race is. All he wanted is some kind of a guidance in the race, I thought. So I let somebody lead me into the straight, and then my job was half easy after that.
We have Mr. Sulaiman here with us, who's had a treble. Oh my God! Congratulations! Today is your day, I must say.
I thank God for it. We needed this. I've not had a treble for a very long time. He took a lot of time. He's a nice horse. He took a lot of time, and then we gave him a lot of time because he showed us that he needed time. So that's why he had his life's first start in the month of December, where he ran second. He ran second to a horse that came out and ran second in the 2000 guineas. So we would have preferred to run a 7 furlong or a mile, but there was no race for him, and we had given him enough time. So we ran this 9, and it worked for us.
Sunrise, putting the white cap is the one which is in that mid-pack, crowding about one of the fences. They begin to negotiate the bend and straighten for the final run-in. Right behind there comes the next of the other runners of the one on the inside is Sacred Creator as they begin to negotiate the bend and straighten for the final run-in. Round the turn, 400 to travel in this race. Galactical has shot into the lead and has opened up a gap about 2.5 in front. Now kicking on Game Day. Up there about 3 lengths in front of Golden Vision. Then comes Shane. The one on the inside is Anne Bolin, and for the back is Michigan Melody, Lyricel and Copper Sunrise. But inside the final 100 meters, Galactical still has that advantage of almost about 2 lengths in front. Shane is the one which is catching up on the outside, but Galactical from Shane. Galactical is going to win this race from Shane. That's the 1 and 2.
He had a huge setback when he came to my yard for training, and it's a great thing that he's alive, let alone win 3 races. It's the persistence of Rajan that kept him going, and I'm thankful and grateful to Rajan for being so persistent and patient with him. He's given him back in with winning 3 consecutive races, and that's thrilling.
This horse has had a history. He came with laminitis and then he had 2 more bouts, and a lot of vets were of the opinion to put him down because he won't race. So, but thanks to the stable staff, they've done a wonderful job of keeping him going, and now he's proved his worth on the track.
So good to see you back on the podium, and also this is your back-to-back win today. So how does that feel?
Oh well, it's always nice to ride a winner, and if you ride one, you can ride 2.
So tell us about Galactical, also about the race.
Well, Galactical's had a pretty good form this season. It's had 2 wins and a third. Well, if he is on his way to make horse of the season, if that's possible. He's had 3 wins, and I don't think anyone has had 3 wins so far. So it's a good performance.
Also, tell us about your fitness regime.
Oh well, honestly, I think I'm blowing harder than the horse today. But yeah, in all honesty, I've just come back to ride after 8 months, so I need to work hard on my fitness. Yeah, getting there. All the big races are on the horizon. Well, we have the end of the month. We have our Bangalore Derby, the Chennai Derby, and the Hyderabad Derby, all coming at once. So I got to pick some good rides and make sure that I'm there.